Yeah, well, we're quite constructive on energy pricing in the second half of this year. So I guess that will put a platform under inflation. That had been a positive event for inflation. So the way we see it, we're still in the camp of we're in a disinflation environment, but that services inflation is really sticky at the moment, and that is going to be the concern for a lot of policymakers. So we think there is one or two more hikes across developed economies. But ultimately, 2024 will be the year of rate cuts. So the path on how we get there, we think, yeah, one or two. But then 2024 is going to be the year of the rate cuts. And we think the market pricing is not as aggressive as it should be on that rate cutting cycle.
So if 2024 is going to be the year of the rate cuts, what is going to be the year for equities? Because, we've got earnings season coming up. We've already started to see some of the confessions coming through. But just broadly speaking, do you think we're going to see one of those periods where we see underperformance? Or is there, considering the first half that you had in Australia, do you think that there's any possibility that this will be the one that perhaps sets up downside later?
I mean, it's been a remarkable first half of the year with equity returns. And we really think that environment was great for equities. You had everyone was talking about hard landing, and then we've gone into this immaculate disinflation environment with a soft landing, which we think is probably a little bit optimistic. So we'd expect some economic weakness in the very short term over the back half of this year, and some potential tightening in the front end rate. So ultimately, that is negative short term for equities. But again, if you look through this, 2024 should see a trough in ISM's PMIs and then a rate cutting environment. So ultimately, 2024 is looking very good, the environment for equities. So again, short term potentially being a little bit more cautious, but ultimately we're going to get to a very good place for equities.